Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. As we get closer to Christmas, I've been looking all over Pinterest to try to find some cute Christmas decor that I could crochet, and I've been able to find over 30 free Christmas crochet patterns that I thought I would share with you guys. So get comfy, nice and cozy, maybe grab a warm holiday beverage, and let's jump into these patterns. So these first two patterns are basically different versions of the same thing. They're stockings for your pets. So one is a dog version, one is a cat version, and they're both the same paw pattern, but the dog version has a little bone at the top, and then the cat version has a cute little fish at the top. I don't have any pets currently, but if I did, I would 100% make these for them, and I will definitely keep this in mind in the future for when I do eventually get a pet. The next pattern is a classic granny square stocking, but I really liked the fact that this version has a drawstring at the top of the stocking. That was unique. I haven't seen that before, and the pattern for this stocking also includes a video tutorial so you can see exactly how to make each part and put it all together. Next up, we have some tree skirts. The first one is this really cute, simple red and white tree skirt. Looking at this, I definitely think of a Santa hat, and I think it would be a nice touch to do the white part of the tree skirt in a nice fuzzy yarn, so that way you have even more texture going on. Then the next two tree skirts are actually made by the same creator. One is a snowman version, and then the other is a classic red Christmas truck with the tree in the back. I feel like the red trucks are just everywhere during Christmas, so why not have some on your tree skirt? Then the very last tree skirt that I had on here is this beautiful Afghan that was turned into a tree skirt. I know that this one is probably a little bit more time intensive, but it's just so beautiful, I couldn't leave it off the list. Next up, I have quite a few ornaments that are pretty high on my list. I thought about maybe getting a little miniature tree to put here in my hobby room. So these are some that I'll potentially be making in the next couple weeks. This first one is a little miniature ugly Christmas sweater. Despite them being called ugly Christmas sweaters, I personally find this pattern very cute. So I'm very excited to make these little sweaters. Then I also found this pattern for tiny little mugs that you can make as ornaments. And there's a couple different variations. One of them has some mini marshmallows. The other one has some whipped cream. And lastly, one of them has a little cinnamon stick. So I thought these were super cute. And then there's also some variation within the mugs as well. So you can kind of mix and match and make your own personalized version. Then I found another cute little trio. It's a stocking, hat, and a little pair of mittens. And honestly, I feel like this would go really well with the little ugly Christmas sweater. Next up, we have some candy canes that look super easy to make. Basically, all you need to do is make two chains, one in white, one in red, and then hot glue the chains onto a little piece of wire. And then from there, you can bend it into whatever shape you want. So you could use this method to make a candy cane, or you could go crazy and make whatever shape you want. Next up, I have some little bells, snowflakes, and pine cones. I feel like all three of these patterns would be great filler patterns. So if you have a few places on your tree that feel a little sparse, you could probably whip some of these up really quickly and add these into your tree just to make them feel a little bit fuller. And I think these three patterns would pair really nicely together if you were going for more of a natural, minimalistic Christmas theme. On the flip side, if you're going for a more traditional Christmas theme, you could make these snowmen, gingerbread men, and wreaths to fill out your tree. For the last ornament pattern, I thought I'd throw in a fun one and include this Little Debbie's Christmas tree cakes pattern. I just think it's so cute, and I know people love the Little Debbie's Christmas tree cakes, so why not make yourself a little ornament version? Now, ornaments aren't the only way to decorate your tree. You can also make some garlands. This first garland is basically just a string of little poofs. It honestly reminds me of little snowballs or those popcorn garlands that you can make, but this one will last year round. The next one that I have is this really cute string lights garland, and I am definitely going to try to make this. I feel like this would also be a great scrap busting project. If you have a ton of little colorful scraps, you could make them into light bulbs. And then this last garland that I have is a super simple red and white candy cane-esque rope. I feel like this would whip up super quickly and could definitely be done while you're watching TV. Now, moving on from garlands, I personally love holiday banners, so I had to include a couple banner patterns. This first one is an ornament banner and would also probably be a great scrap buster. I feel like this would be a great alternative if you don't want a tree or can't have a tree. Instead, you could make this ornament garland and kind of use it in place of a tree. This next pattern that I have is this really cute gingerbread biscuits garland. So you could do a mix of a gingerbread house, tree, star, or just do a whole bunch of one pattern, but I just thought this was so cute, and it's definitely one that I will be making this year. For the last banner pattern, I found this joy banner. I really like this pattern because you crochet the triangles, but the word joy is spelled out in felt, and then you hand embroider it onto the triangles. I personally love a multimedia project, so I had to include this one in here. Now we're getting into some of the more random patterns. I have this peppermint coaster pattern that I feel like fits the theme of Christmas. At least in my mind, I always associate peppermint with winter and Christmas, so why not have a peppermint coaster where you can put down your mug of peppermint hot chocolate? Kind of in that same vein, I found this pattern to make a holly square. It's a very simple square, and at the bottom corner, you make a little holly applique. But after seeing this pattern, I thought it'd be really cool if you actually modified it a little bit. Instead of making it into a square, you could actually change it up and make it into a rectangle, and then make it into a placemat that you could use if you were hosting friends and family for holiday dinners. I personally don't do a lot of hosting, at least right now, so this will probably be something that I do in the future years, but I do love the pattern and think it would make a great placemat. Next up, I found this really cute cup cozy. I feel like this would be a great thing to whip up if you are also a fan of a little sweet treat. That way, if you treat yourself to some hot chocolate or coffee, you have a cute holiday sleeve that you can put on your cup. Next up, we have this really cute gift bow that I will definitely be making. I feel like this would be such a nice touch to add, especially if you're already giving someone something that you knit or crocheted for them. Why not throw on a little crocheted gift bow? Plus, if you put this on a gift that you're giving to someone in your immediate family, you guys could just save them and then use them every year. Next up, I have this really cool 3D wall hanging that I thought was just so nice. If you guys have seen some of my other videos, you know I love making wall art, so I thought I would throw this in. It's a really simple tree wall hanging, but you add in the 3D elements of ornaments and stockings just to give it a little dimension and really bring it to life. Next, if you're up for a challenge and like gingerbread houses, why not crochet yourself a gingerbread house? I think this pattern is just so cute, and I definitely want to make it this year. The creator also included very detailed instructions on how to make the cardboard base on the inside of the gingerbread house, in addition to crocheting the gingerbread house and all the decorations. So I feel like they have you covered on all the information that you could possibly need to know in order to make this gingerbread house. For my last official pattern, I thought I would include this Christmas pickle pattern. I don't fully know all the lore behind Christmas pickles. I know you like put them in a tree or something, but regardless, I thought this was cute, and I know that this is a tradition that a lot of people like to participate in, so why not crochet your own Christmas pickle? So like I said, that is the last official pattern, but again, I love making some wall art, so I also wanted to include these alpha patterns in case you're interested in making a Christmas tapestry. But anyways, those are all the patterns that I had, and I hope you guys got some inspiration from this video. Everything will be linked in the description box, and I'll also include my Pinterest in there in case you guys want to see some of the other patterns that I have saved. I would love to know if you guys have any Christmas patterns that you'll be working on, and I'll see y'all in the next one where I make the Christmas sweater of my dreams. So as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all then. All right, love ya, bye.